We're in public session. To all of my student athletes, I'm so happy to see you guys here tonight. I know most of you, you're on the front row, so I like it, you're not hiding out in the back. But at this time, I'm going to turn it over to your principal, the one and only, Ms. Balsamo.
I feel like we're here after each season because P-Way athletes really, we go far. I will say, as a three-sport athlete in high school and a collegiate athlete, two of my sports were wrestling and track, so I'm really happy to be in this room tonight with you all. And this is a night where I was not a state champion. This is a night that we get to recognize the achievements of our student athletes. So we recognize the amount of work and time to balance the school part of being a student athlete as well with the achievements on the mat and on the track. So without further ado, I'm going to start with Coach Smith, who's going to come up and talk about his two wrestlers. So Coach, the floor is yours.
Thanks to the board for having us here tonight. Thanks to Mr. Balsamo, Ms. Schick, and Mr. Harmer for putting this whole thing together. We had two wrestlers this year who made the state tournament. First one I'm going to talk about is Jean Rodriguez. She's a junior at Piscataway High School. She may be small, but she is a tough cookie. Very talented wrestler, very nice young lady. She's a very bright future ahead of her. She had a couple firsts this year for us. Not only did she have a 25-win season, which is very impressive. She was very dominant in all the matches that she won. She won the first ever Piscataway Girls GMC tournament, and when she did that, she pinned every single girl that she faced in the tournament, and obviously it took place at our home gym, so a little bit extra special, so that was great for that. Next, as she went later on to the season, she was in the region tournament, which is part of the state qualifying process, and she was the first ever Piscataway Girls region champ, which is a big deal as well. And again, she pinned every single girl wrestler that she went up against in that tournament, making her a state qualifier for the second year in a row. So congrats, John. Did a great job this year. Clap for you.
Hold on. You have your picture taken. Oh.
Our next wrestler, Sean Love, another junior at Piscataway High School. I have both of them actually in class, maybe a little Sean, he's a great wrestler for us. I forgot to mention earlier, John, she was one of our captains this year. Sean was one of our captains as well. And they also were co-MVPs for our team, so that's another little special aspect of the game. Sean, very dominant wrestler. We were just talking about earlier how he almost knows everything, knows everyone. He's a student of the sport, works very hard, and he's always pushing the pace, pushing our wrestlers in practice, pushing his teammates to be the best that they can be. It really shows out on the mat. This year he was second in the counties. He lost to a state qualifier. It was a very tough match. He then went on later in the season to avenge that loss, and he won the district title, beating that same kid. And that was the second time that he won his district title, and he was the second, he's a two-time outstanding wrestler for the districts, so give him a little round of applause. In the world of wrestling, not a lot of times do you actually win the title of being outstanding wrestler of the tournament, and he actually has two of them so far under his belt, so that's very impressive. Then moves on into the regions in the postseason. He was able to make the finals of the regions. He placed second to a high-level Division I wrestler in a tough match. So he then qualified for state for the second time in his high school career. And down in Atlantic City, it was a great weekend. A lot of tough matches against some of the nation's highest level wrestlers, and he wound up placing 5th in the state of New Jersey at 157 pounds. Like I said, captain of our team, co-MVP, Sean.
Okay, Gary, can I bother you? Can I have one wrestler on the right, one wrestler on the left?
The symmetry.
That's funny.
Good?
Thank you, Coach Smith. How about one more round of applause? I'd like to call up Coach Pacino now to recognize some of our winter track athletes who will be back in the summer, I think, to be recognized also for spring.
I want to say congratulations to our wrestlers. I'm glad I don't have to wrestle you. I might get hurt. But I know the commitment that it takes to get to that level, and we're real proud of you. So congratulations to the parents as well. The board, I'd like to thank you for your support for our track team. This is really it's like an all year round thing to get to a level that these kids have achieved. Unfortunately, I only have 2 of my 5 people here. 2 are home watching siblings, and 1 is studying for an AP. He's taking 5 AP exams. We were out late 2 nights in a row for the 6 county championships. So unfortunately, he can't make it tonight. So again, I apologize for their absence. But we do have 2 of our gentlemen on our relay team that achieved, some state championship, races here. We have. In front of me here, this is Jamari Atkinson. Jamari was a member of our relay team. We have Noah Grant. Noah, I think we read about him in the paper this morning. He achieved last night or the night before, he ran the fastest time in Middlesex County, 100-meter mark. He ran 10.3 seconds. He also slipped 46.3 seconds in the 4x4 relay. Jamari led us off in that relay. These gentlemen not only, they individually achieved, but as a relay team, they were mainstays in winter, and they are now on this relay team. And what they've achieved is tremendous. Last year, they were sectional champions. They won, a group state title. They're back, and we're just getting started right now in our championship season. So we're really excited for them to get them to all the way to the finish line and continue to achieve some great things. But let me call them up individually. We have 2 awards. We have this quartet, okay, which is made up of Jamari Atkinson, Miles Stoney, Devontae Heath, and Noah Grant. These gentlemen were overall New Jersey Group 4 state champions in the 4x200 meter relay. Right? We also, this quartet set a new Middlesex County record 2 weeks ago. They were the fastest quartet to ever run a 4x200 meter relay. They ran in 1 minute and 27 seconds. This same quartet also ran last week, the other night, last week and the other night, 4x100. They set a new Middlesex County record, 41 seconds. That's pretty fast. Okay, now 4x100 relay. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to call Jamari. All right, come on up. And Noah. All right. Also, okay, and they were also part of, this is their 4x400 meter sectional championship as well, indoor. All right, so they not only won the state championship, they won a sectional championship in 4x400 relay. So, congratulations.
Jamari, where's my smile at? Come on. Come on now. You gotta give it to me. This is my last chance to see you up here with these awards. good job is to get a picture when those other three runners.
I'll track him down. I don't know if I can catch him.
Can't catch
I'm not the sneak up. Thank you again. I appreciate everyone coming. Congratulations on all of your accomplishments. Some of you I meant it. I hope we see you again here in July to hear some more great things as we go through the spring track season. We'll have you both back around this time next year, I hope, with 2 gold medals, 2 state champions. Okay. So again, thank you very much. I appreciate everyone coming tonight. It was great to see you. And go home and study or something.
Just take the one out. Have a motion to go into executive session. Rock and roll. Have a second. Have a motion, be it resolved that the board reconvenes the public session.
Motion.
Have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
We are now back in public section. Greetings, everyone. How are you this evening? Tonight's student presentation is coming to us from Eisenhower Elementary School. The Kindergarten Reading Buddies program works with the Future Educators Club at the high school to help strengthen students' reading skills. And here's their principal, Benny Steele, to tell us about it. Come on, Mr. Steele.
Do I go this way or do I go this way? I go this way? This way?
No, you can search it. Wait a minute, cop pose. There you go.
All right. Before we get started, Arab Benjamin, it's one of my students' birthday today. Everybody wish Arab a happy birthday. Our kindergarten reading buddy program.
Put the mic down. Put it on the table.
My first time. Easy. Our kindergarten reading buddies program consists of selected kindergarten students who are taught reading strategies from our high school students' Future Educators Club. I would like to highlight the 3 educators that have started this wonderful program: support specialist Mrs. Janelle Barley, Mrs. Stacy Sikorsky, and Mrs. Lisa Pizzuti. Please stand up. They have collaborated together to create instructional lessons that are research-based with the emphasis on teaching the total child. All 3 of these amazing educators have gone above and beyond to turnkey their lessons to our PHS students to instruct their kindergartners. Please give them another round of applause. I would like to also thank Mrs. Kelly Chalakos and Mrs. Jillian Alonzo for their partnership in having the PHS students greatly support our learners. Please stand up. And let's please continue this partnership because in the end, it's the students that benefit the most. PHS students, you have shown us that you have the skills and heart necessary to be exactly that, a future educator. Can my Future Educators Club please stand up that are in attendance tonight? And remember to send me your resume if you pursue education in about 5 to 6 years, okay? Thank you. Lastly, I want to thank my kindergarten students that are in attendance tonight. Mr. Steele, Miss Moscow, and all of your teachers are so proud of how you've grown as a learner. So let's give them a round of applause. And now we have a video we want to show highlighting our program.
Speaker on, David? Is that the speaker in the corner, turn on? Thank you.
Mommy.
Yeah, it's time for a play.
Right in the back, there's a button. Oh, sorry. There it is.
apologize, parents. We're going to actually pull out the students who are here tonight in order to recognize them and give them a certificate. So, being I don't know any of the students, it's best I hand it over to them in charge.
Ms. Jada Pearson.
And at the end, we're all going to do a group picture just so we know what's going to happen next.
Miss Emily Sullivan. Miss, I know this name, Miss Marissa Makita. From Eisenhower, Mia Torres. They're a little taller, I know. Nelson? You're right, you're right. Juan Camilo. And R. Rob Benjamin, birthday boy. You can bring mom. It's your birthday. You guys go to school together.
Yeah, so she moved back a little. Yeah.
Okay, all of you little readers.
You guys can go over here. You guys are tiny. You go right in the front.
I can see it.
Yeah, hold up your shoulder.
Not bad.
There he is.
Look here and smile. Thank you.
Thank you so much for bringing them out tonight. Most importantly, I'm glad that the Future Educator Teachers Program is actually able to assist them getting started earlier, making sure they have a solid foundation to stand on going forward. Again, we appreciate you, the parents. We super appreciate you, our high school volunteers. You guys are incredible. The things that you are doing now are making a difference for our future students who will be coming through PHS. And once again, thank you so much. You guys, you're doing it. You're making it sound out. You're following the instructions they're giving you. And I can't wait to see you standing here again, receiving more certificates saying, guess what? I did it. I want to show you something. Teresa. Oh, Vinny. I gotta give you these. They can't go home with me. And if you want to leave, you can leave. We're done. We don't have their bedtime. You know it's late. We're going to be here for a minute. I don't know if y'all want to stay with us or not. Yeah, it was like, wait, we're not going nowhere.
Oh, okay. And, yeah, that was my question. You knew my question. Like, that was my question. Thank you. Oh, you know where it was at. Thank you.
What's your name?
Thank
I see you
you.
trying to get Gary's attention. You want him? Okay.
Thank you.
You speak into that?
Me?
Who?
There's a speaker up there.
Yes.
Microphone to catch
Those
the
are
voices.
It's
microphones.
microphones.
Just leave it there.
Yeah, for whoever goes up to the podium.
Christmas. Should I introduce Teresa Edmondson? Then introduce the speaker?
Well, I think what's next
No, there's
is
Miss-
student reports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Children reports.
All right, next on our agenda, to the right of me, I have my junior and senior representatives. It is your time to shine. So here are our student representatives report for tonight with Tomby and Tyler. Who's speaking first tonight? Let me see how this goes.
You want me to? Okay, okay, that's different. Okay, so I hope you all are doing well. Not a lot. I know last time I threw a lot of information. We're toning it down this time, just because it's the end of the year. So AP exams are this week and next week. Unfortunately, we are victims of AP exams, but we're almost done. So lots of senior activities going on. Decision Day was May 1st, which was very, very exciting to see all the students and all their merch. And it's kind of crazy that, we've grown up here and we're moving on, so very exciting. We have a senior trip coming up to Hershey Park and Senior Skip Day. Very exciting activities, as well as prom. Have to mention that. So some fun things at the end of this month. Going on with clubs wrapping up, honor societies are also looking for board members now, kind of wrapping up with their events, meetings, so that's kind of coming to an end. NHS, National Honor Society, is hosting a blood drive on May 19th, and you can actually get free Girl Scout cookies if you donate blood, so some incentive for the students. And we're taking that very seriously and hoping to get some of the students involved. One of the freshman seminar classes at the high school, Mrs. Z specifically, is collecting donations for an animals in need. So they're looking for treats, toys, blankets, and just more, and just ways to help, which is really interesting, and it's really nice to see the students get involved. I believe freshman seminar students have to do some sort of community service. At least when I was a freshman, we had to do something like that, so I believe that's continuing. And I think it's really interesting that they chose an animal shelter in need, so that's something that they're trying to get all the students at the high school involved with. Science League, they actually placed 7th this year, which is a really exciting number to be ranked. They also get a plaque, so some good representation from the high school. And I know specifically Bio League also has one individual winner who actually placed in the ranking. I know that was specific to Bio League, but some of the other science leagues like Physics Leagues, Chem League, I know they also have done very, very well and have been working really hard to place on these exams. HOSA, their $1 million match volleyball game is coming up, and I know they'd love to invite you all to come. It's on May 21st, and they're versing Woodbridge Academy, South Plainfield, and South Brunswick. It's from 6 to 8:30 p.m., so I know they'd really appreciate if they could see some of you. And it's just a really fun event. I mentioned this last time, but I'm also emceeing, so it'd be really exciting to see you all. And I emceed last year, and it's really fun to see how all the other high schools come, and how lively the events are. So some big events to look forward to. Going off to Safety Ambassadors, which is our program with Robert Wood Johnson Hospital, where we go and present to the students, elementary students, and talk about safety methods and how to stay safe. They're looking for applications for the next members. I actually have been with Safety Ambassadors since my sophomore year, so it's really exciting to see the new students that are taking on that role. We have our luncheon on May 14th. I believe it's at the Imperia, so it's a nice lunch, and, to celebrate all our work that we've done. The Middlesex County track team for girls track, they actually placed in the 4x4, 4x1 and 4x2 relays. I'm sorry, the 4x8 of Amelia Samuel, Imani Walton, Samantha Pez, and Alyssa Maleva also won medals, so it's really nice to see some of our sports doing that. As a track prior member, runner, really nice to see some representation and see us do so well in all these county relays. And wrapping up with the ICCA Lantern Night, I know that was a huge hit on May 2nd, where I know they plan this event every year, and this year it actually executed for usually it gets canceled with the rain. So
Yeah.
It's nice to see that it actually went through. And I know they're trying also for their dance event coming up for the International Night. So that's also, they're looking for trials. So that concludes my work for a report.
Thank you, Tommy.
Thank you, Tommy.
Thank you very much.
Well done.
So
Really.
last time at our last meeting, I spoke a little bit about a 50 Strong program that we started, where they would pick some kids that would go to Eisenhower School and mentor some kids that may be in a little bit of need of some guidance. So on April 30th, we went there. 13 mentors went. We mentored about 15 students. We split up into some groups, and we just sat down and talked with them for a little bit, talked to them about what they have going on in their lives, what they have going on in school, and then we all, in our separate groups, had little stations we would do. We made a little dunk contest with these little balls and baskets. We did paper planes and stuff like that. and it went really well. The only complaint was is that we were only there for a small amount of time, so hopefully we get to go a little bit earlier, spend a little bit more time with the kids this time. And our next trip is on May 14th, I believe, so we're doing that. And then hopefully, if that goes well, next year we'll be able to start these from the beginning of the school year and go throughout the months of the school year to really connect with the kids more on a deeper level. Continuing, Key Club is having their banquet tomorrow at 5 p.m. at Applebee's in Piscataway. The attire is business formal, and if you go, you can enter a raffle where you can win a couple of gift cards, and who doesn't like free money? So,
Exactly.
we know we'll find you tomorrow. In the high school, our freshman seminar program is hosting a food drive from May 5th to May 16th, collecting food items, and where's the hammer? Smash it. So our freshman seminar program is hosting a food drive from May 5th to May 16th. They're taking turns, tag team.
Sorry,
Not us.
Tyler.
Not us.
Let's try this again.
You said that pretty confidently.
Alright, so our freshman seminar program is hosting a food drive from May 5th to May 16th, where they'll be collecting food items. Some of the food in high demand are food that is low sodium, gluten-free, or sugar-free. They're also accepting other foods, but those are some of the foods that are in high demand. And you can drop off to the teachers in the school. And when you drop them off, you win a raffle ticket to win a prize. And if you drop off one of the foods in high demand, you get 2 raffle tickets to win a prize and enter that raffle. We just had our spring pep rally where winter and spring sports came together. So everybody went out to the football field, had a good time, did some tug of war, a lot of games being played between the classes, and a lot of cameras out to just make the kids have fun and run across the field, and it was just a fun time at the end of the day for the kids to let loose. For SAD, the club that me and Tom are in, we took a successful trip to Eisenhower School again, where we gave a presentation to the kids about safety with crossing guards, bike safety, road safety, and just being safe in general as they're making their way to school and being kids in general. And after that went extremely well, we got approved to go to Randallville, Grandview, and Knollwood and give the same presentation to the rest of the schools. So we will be doing that at the end of May and a little bit going into June. And for our SAT club, it's a national club, so there's a national competition where we had to make a 10-minute video, and I was selected to make the video. So I submitted a 10-minute video and a 15-second reel that they have to go through everybody's, and then we get feedback on, and hopefully we win. And
And granted, we get 15K if we win.
that too.
Wow.
Okay, that would be very
Yes,
nice.
yes.
And that goes to the club itself?
Exactly.
Can you say what SAD stands for?
Students Against Destructive Decisions.
Okay, and it has to do with driving, right?
Driving, yeah.
Safety.
Anything?
So back in the day, I think it was specific to only driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with that. Miss Benjamin had it in her high school, so now
Yeah.
they expanded
They
to
expanded
vaping
everything, but
and safety about like driving.
our particular campaign has been
Yes.
towards driving and speeding in
Okay.
general, but the club in general is just safety and all that. I don't have the video with me. Hopefully, maybe next meeting I can show you guys the video if I have it
It's
with me.
amazing.
But yeah, that's it.
Thank you guys so
Thanks.
much.
Very good.
Once again, thank you for all the information you're passing down to us. I know you have AP exams, so at that point, please go home and get some rest for your testing in the morning.
Yes, Tanvi, of course. Tanvi, is there anything since the last board meeting that maybe you've done you might want to share?
Yeah, maybe.
I can think of 2 things.
I do.
Tyler, I won't be here next year, but I might come back to this meeting a year from now to get you. What do you think?
Yes, okay, I will share. So I was selected as the Middlesex County Secondary Principals Association Outstanding Student. Correct me if I was wrong. So we had a big celebration. Mr. Balsano was there. It was really, really exciting. He said a lot of nice things about me. It really boosted my ego. It was a nice dinner. Miss Nancy Salgado-Cohen also joined us, and Dr. Watman as well. So it was really nice to see all the admin and just see the Piscataway community I have. So I was really honored. So thank you for that opportunity.
I want to just piggyback that it was really, really special to see how many people are around such a light like Tomby. She was able to bring, I think it was 12 individuals, so her family, her uncles, I believe, and so on like that. The woman who helped her with all her campaign for the overdose was there. It was just very, very enlightening to see how one sparkling, shining person, he really feeds out into the community, and definitely Mr. Balsano had his work cut out for him. He could only say 250 words, and there was definitely much more that could be said about Tomby. So it was a great honor to be there and just see her and all these other really spectacular students throughout Middlesex. So it was definitely amazing.
Thank you.
Tyler, what did you learn from the Eisenhower kids?
From the
Their experiences when you went down to talk to them?
for the mentoring them with the 50 Strong program or
Yeah,
for SAD?
yeah.
For the 50 Strong program, a lot of them had, I think,
Bless you.
just energy that they needed to get out from. I think that was the biggest part. They came in, and at least the group that was with me, we had games that were set up for them, but they kind of made it their own way. We kind of just had to go along with it. Like, we had a game where we had a couple of balls that we were just gonna throw around to them and just get everybody to learn each other's names, as it was our first time being there and stuff like that. And they kind of turned it into playing Mossies. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but they kind of throw the ball up and everybody tries to catch it at one time. So they kind of had a lot. We didn't want to do that because we didn't want anybody to get hurt. So we kind of turned it into a little dunk competition that we made with them. But they had a lot of energy that they might not be able to get out when they go home, or they obviously don't have to get out when they're in the classrooms. So I think it was a nice time for them to just be with us, have fun. And a lot of them knew each other, so just to be with their friends and have fun. So.
Well, good for you. And Tommy, enjoy the end of the senior year.
Thank you. I am. And trust me, I am.
All right, thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
you. Go get some rest.
Go study. You could go study if you want.
I'm done for this week. I'm actually gonna stick around and watch the presentation.
Okay.
Okay. See you later.
We're at President's.
That's what I thought. Okay. Okay, now to bring the next light. It's my turn to shine. Woohoo! President's report.
Yay!
So anyway, I want to congratulate all of our teachers of the year, educating service professionals of the year, the school support of the year. We have so many dedicated professionals in our district, and these people have stood out among their peers for extraordinary work that they do on behalf of our students. Approximately this Teacher Appreciation Week, and so I would like to thank all of the educators in our district. It is appropriate that the school support categories were added to this year, because whether you are a teacher, service professional, administrator, secretary, or custodian, everyone in our district should be considered an educator, because we all work together to make sure that our district gives all of our children the superb education and care they deserve. Congratulations to one of our own, student representative to the board, Tommy Navia, for being selected as the Outstanding Student of the Year for Piscataway by the Middlesex County Secondary Principals Association. Tommy has worked tirelessly for the past year, bringing attention to horrible opioid epidemic that has hit our nation and our community, even earning a Health Equality Impact Award from Duke University. She is also the president and co-founder of the Students Against Destructive Decisions, a Girl Scout who has earned a Bronze Award, Silver, and Gold Award, and has taken 21 AP and honor courses. Congratulations again, and thank you for all you have contributed to our board over the past 2 years. We are so honored and proud of you as the student representative that you are, not because of your accomplishment, but because of your humbleness.
Yeah.
Your humbleness plays a huge part in who you are and your personality, which makes people love you even more for all that you have accomplished. We're going to always keep our door open to you. Dr. Roberto is expecting monthly emails from you, keeping you updated from Rowan. I'm just gonna say that for her, because she's not gonna say it, so I'll say it. But if there is anything that we can do here at Piscataway School District, please reach out to us, let us know, and we will more than step up to the plate to help you in any way that we can. That goes for all the seniors out there. We don't want anyone to think we're just singling you out, because everyone is a star in my eyes, and everyone has accomplished so much because the fact that they're meeting all their requirements to walk that stage on June 18th. It's going to be an honor to be up there with all of you guys and watch you all walk. But once again, congratulations on all of your accomplishment and all the accomplishments that are to come for you. Looking forward to hearing about it.
Thank you so much. Good for you. Yeah. My turn now.
It's your turn. Come, let's go, let's go.
Well,
Get with it.
there's absolutely nothing to say. Everything's been acknowledged. I'll just go through my checklist. Teacher Appreciation Week, Superior. Teachers should be appreciated every single day,
I think so.
right?
Yes, yes, absolutely.
And then the one position, and I'm just preparing you, I'm getting a little overtired. The one position that I love, but I'm afraid of, are the nurses. They are the health and safety of our district. They can spot you at the end of the hall if you're too tired, if you didn't eat lunch, am I correct?
Yes.
And they take care of all of us. But the highlight of Piscataway, aside from seeing tonight your accomplishments, as somebody who's been here 5 weeks, the volunteer evening last Monday was humbling with the power this district has in terms of volunteers. Really. And the board, I have to commend you that you have community members at large on your board committees. I have never, and I'm not all over the place, but I've been around, I've never seen anything like that. Never. You want openness, you want to hear what the people think, and you don't wait until the budget time to do it. You look at it all the time. And here's our kids. Convy, you know, you saw the reading buddies, the future educators. We had another one, Angie Ramos. Angie Ramos was selected to give the New Jersey Junior Achievement Award, Junior Achievement Testimonial to the state representatives. I mean, I brought this home to my home, the first one, and I put it on the table in our family room, and I had my daughters and their husbands over, and they came in and they looked at it, and they go, Mom, is this, I said, I know, have you ever seen anything like this? And I'm going to tell you, you all better read this superintendent's report, and let's highlight somebody who does it. Where's Gary? Gary Miller.
Yes.
You ready for this? Gary Miller, information officer, and he does the website. And you sit there, when you interview for the position, you see it on the website, you go, okay, I know what that is. No, I don't know what it is. This is a newspaper. He's received 21 awards. So we were, and here's the other thing. I said to him, well, where do you live, or something like that. He doesn't live in Piscataway, but he got the Citizen of the Year award from here. How did that happen? I mean, we know you're good, but how good? You know, and last board meeting, I tried very hard, because sometimes you need to take a moment and reflect. You have a strong culture. It doesn't take one person, it takes the whole community. And I'm telling you, you have it. And then you look at this, and then you see students like this, young adults, and the future educators, and the kids benefiting, like Tyler told us about the kids at Eisenhower School. And then I have to acknowledge the teachers again, and the nurses, and I have to acknowledge the administrators. You've got one effective district. One effective. Good for you. Okay, at this time, let me make sure I did everything. Oh, I forgot one thing. I know you won't wanna, I visit the schools during the week. I start usually in a school and I end my day in a school. I like to feel the kids. And I attended 3 honor roll celebrations. Okay, so you figure, all right, let me go to them. One had ice cream, one had popsicles, one had donuts. I cut at one school 306 ice pops so the kids could eat. So I'm standing there going, how many kids did you have? 306. Then I go to another school, and I was in charge of sprinkles. Yeah, you laugh.
She loved her sprinkles.
I have to tell you, do you know the color of sprinkles now is very different than it was when I was a kid? It's purple now, too. So I figured, how hard could it be to put sprinkles on ice cream? 263 kids getting honor roll. So I started adding them up. I served over 1,300 kids on honor roll. Come on. They're achieving. Our children are achieving. And the kindergarten concert at Eisenhower, in my journal that night, I put the following statement. A little girl had on a pink and white gingham check dress. It reminded me of my daughter, Jacqueline, who is now 42. And the parents there with Mr. Steele, excellent program. So, thank you very much. Now, I'd like to introduce, we have a presentation, Dr. Laura Heimlich, who is going to do our mandated annual wellness summary. Thank you, Dr. Heimlich. Thank you.
So thank you for having me here today. I am a district supervisor of health services, all those wonderful yet scary nurses that you mentioned before.
Let's be honest.
What we would do without
I
them. We had
know.
Nurses Week, actually, School Nurses Week was this week.
Yep.
We
Yeah.
embedded into our Teacher Appreciation Week, which was lovely. And I'm also the supervisor of pre-K through 8 counseling.
Oh, gosh.
And as part of this, I'm our district wellness policy coordinator, so I have the honor of doing that as well. I'd like to thank Teresa Edmondson, our People Services Director, for supporting all the programs that we have in place and helping me to do all of this. Thank you. I know. So what we do every year, we have a committee that comes together that I'm the chair of, and we take a look at our district policy 8505, which is our wellness policy and nutrient standards. And our district wellness committee convenes, and we got an assessment of the district, all of the schools' compliance with the policy and alignment with the goals of the policy. And we gather data and information and evidence. Do you want me to put this away?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it back to whoever gave it to me. Thank you. Thank you for the offer. I'll be loud enough, hopefully. So we take a look at throughout the district, all the buildings and what they're doing to make sure we're aligned with the policy in a continual way. Our policy is aligned with the Healthy Hunger-Free Kids Act and our Smart Snack Standards, which is in accordance with the guidelines that are set forth by the United States Department of Agriculture. And the members of our district wellness committee for this year included myself, a principal, a school nurse, parent. Tanvi was our lead student who also put together our photo montage that we'll share with you later. We had a gym teacher from Piscataway High School, and our new food service manager, Nicole Cooper from Machio's, played an active role in our wellness committee this year as well. So each school itself also has a wellness policy coordinator that we collaborate with, who helps us to gather the information and the evidence to ensure that we continue to be in line with our district policy. So within the policy, we have 4 goals: nutrition promotion, nutrition education, physical activity, and nutrition guidelines. So our wellness committee, we collaborated, and each school was able to demonstrate how we were able to evaluate compliance and goal attainment and progress. Then we decide if we need to offer recommendations to you to suggest to change our policy if needed. And then we collaborate and develop an action plan collectively across the schools to determine what their plans are to move forward. So I'm happy to share that the policy goals for nutrition promotion have been attained throughout every building in alignment with our policy as it stands. And we determined that our schools continue to demonstrate commitment to educating students regarding healthy nutrition, providing activities that involve physical activity, and encouraging overall wellness in students. Health and wellness education activities are developmentally appropriate across the grade levels, and they're implemented in collaboration with staff, administration, families, and community partners. So I'll give you a brief overview of attainment of our goals and the collective action plan that was established for schools to continue our wellness activities into the next year. And then we'll share our slideshow to highlight some of the things that went on across our district to support our goals. That being said, our first goal is progress on goals for nutrition promotion. One of the things that we'll see across the buildings is an importance for visual aids to highlight the importance of healthy eating. These visual aids are in the cafeteria, highlighting a balanced plate, aligned with the Healthy Hunger Free Kids Act and nutritional guidelines. They're also throughout the schools, in the hallways as well. Our families are encouraged, especially at the elementary level, to send in healthy snacks with their child. And the school sends out monthly newsletters that some of them will include nutrition information from the school nurse. There are menus and nutrition standards are available to all staff, students, and parents via our district website. And Mashios has worked with our schools to promote nutrition and healthy eating. Piscataway High School and middle school administration students met with our Mashios staff and our business administrator, Mr. Oliveira, and they gathered feedback from the students to have input on their menu options. And as a result of that, they took the feedback to implement into including choices of fruits and vegetables for school lunches available to children. And there are also daily vegetarian options available, as well as coordination for any type of special dietary needs, including halal, vegan, gluten-free, and allergy-free options for students. In addition, our business administrator collaborated with Mashios this year to ensure that all children in the district have access to free breakfast, which has been a great program that has been implemented across the district. And then number 2 is progress on goals for nutrition education. In this regard, nutrition education and promotion of physical activity is included in the health and physical education curriculum at every school throughout our district. Our nurses also partner with our PE teachers to deliver this information to students in a developmental fashion with regards to healthy eating, awareness of food labels, serving sizes, for example. Children are encouraged to align food choices with a balanced plate, and we promote healthy choices through large group activities such as assemblies where we provide more information about healthy choices. The standards and guidelines Mashios ensures are included in the school lunch menus, which I mentioned before, are posted. Something to highlight is that the menus include a farm-to-school program, and they can be easily translated into 9 languages, which has been very helpful. We also have a digital app that's available called NutriSlice, and that's available to the entire school community. So it's staff, our nurses, the parents, the students themselves, and through this app, parents are able to browse the daily menu items, and it provides a lot of specific information, such as nutrition and any dietary or allergen information, and that's available in over 50 languages, which is a fantastic resource that we have. Our third goal for physical activity, all of our students, again, receive health and physical education under the supervision of a certified staff member. Students at the elementary school have recess daily. Outside recess includes a lot of physical activities such as kickball, basketball, hopscotch, just to name a few. We have developmentally appropriate playground equipment and climbing stations that are at our elementary schools that are supervised for student physical activity. Schools also incorporate activities related to mindfulness and movement throughout the day to provide what we refer to as brain breaks, such as stretching. Some schools have flexible seating in some of our classrooms, and physical movement is promoted during indoor recess when it's inclement weather as well. Some examples for some of the schools: Grandview and Arbor students do jumping jacks and yoga poses and mindfulness exercises during indoor recess. Knollwood School begins each Monday with a Monday Moment mindfulness exercise and ends each Friday with a Feel Good Friday physical exercise. Eisenhower provides a sensory path in the hallway and student volleyball games as part of their positive behavior support program in the school, and a color run for families. King's School incorporated exercise with their Learning Vocabulary Parade, and Arbor's school-wide positive behavior program gave additional recess time to children and teachers to provide movement breaks throughout the day as well. So all of the elementary schools and intermediate schools have annual school-wide field days and a lot of other activities such as that, that the community can participate in, walkathons, running events, dance-a-thons. And our community education department also provides physical enrichment classes at elementary schools, which provide opportunities for students to participate in soccer, basketball, and Zumba. So some examples from middle school, we have organized sports such as soccer, cross country, field hockey, volleyball, just to name a few. Our middle schools also promote their own individual wellness activities. For example, field days, dances. Quibbletown had a Hoops for Heart event, and their positive behavior program kicks off at the beginning of the year with rewards that include physical activity. Shore holds a reset day that includes physical activity, and Kanakamak continues to expand availability of weights and cardiovascular equipment, an initiative that they're promoting through their PE department. And in our high school, all of our students also receive health and phys ed. And as we know, our high school has a whole host of many different opportunities for children to participate in sports, dance team, flag football, a health and wellness club. There's the safety ambassador program that was mentioned before, teacher versus student volleyball games, a badminton club, aside from all of the great sports programs that we have implemented. So our fourth goal, which is our last goal, is for nutrition guidelines in all foods and beverages. So our food products, like I mentioned before, must meet the Healthy Hunger-Free Kids Act standards, which they do. They're provided by Mashios at all of the schools. Potable water is provided at all of the schools through fountains and filtered water stations, which continue to be expanded. Students are able to fill their water bottles throughout the day. And our on-campus fundraisers involve food and beverage items that meet those smart snack standards. So that being said, we compare our district policy with the model policy, and we determine if there's any recommendations or changes to the policy. So our district wellness policy continues to incorporate all of the points of the model school policy for the New Jersey Department of Agriculture. We do not recommend any changes to the policy at this time. The schools collectively have made some pointers for an action plan on how they'll move forward into the next year to continue to promote activity and health and wellness. Some of the examples of what they have as their action plans is to increase articulation between the building wellness coordinator, Mashios Food Services, and the cafeteria staff regarding nutrition education, food, allergies, and restrictions. Reviewing birthday celebration practices to include healthy food options, or for some of the older grades, non-food celebratory practices and physical activities in place of more unhealthy food options. Develop additional student-led wellness activities, increase staff awareness of the district wellness policy and nutritional standards, and promote after-school clubs, physical enrichment opportunities in sports, just to name a few of the goals that they have in place. So before we move on to our slideshow that Tom put together for us, is there any additional information that I could provide to anyone?
Very comprehensive.
Thank you.
I love the words action plan.
Agreed. Yes.
It's the way to go.
It's important. So thank you very much, Tommy, for putting this together for us. This just shows a little bit of the highlights across the district of the different buildings for the activities that they had in place this year. Okay, so starting with our elementary school, this is Knollwood highlighting some of those visual aids that they had throughout the building to promote wellness, an event that they had for the school community where there was a Valentine's Day dance, so an activity involved there. This is Grandview. They had a beginning of the year kickoff where parents and families and students came, and they had a lot of physical activity, different stations throughout the building and outside that they were able to partake in. You'll see in the upper left-hand corner where children are doing a mindfulness exercise that's led by a video. Sometimes that's done during inside recess. Sometimes that's done to kick off the morning, or just at a time where we feel all of that energy that we were talking about that the little ones have, and a way to kind of calm down and hone it in, especially sometimes after recess. It's a nice way to reset. And we also have a couple of pictures there from the walkathons that we do, and our Walk Your Child to Work Day, which is a great event that we have across the district in collaboration with our police department. Randolphville also highlights some of the visual aids that they have throughout the buildings, and they also highlighted an event that they had at Randolphville where families brought different foods that they were able to sample and experience different cultures, which was a lovely event Randolphville. Eisenhower also highlighted their visual aids. Everyone's very proud of these visual aids that we have for our children. We have a staff basketball game there, and also at Eisenhower on the left-hand side, you'll see we have a yoga instructor that's working with children to give them a yoga class. This is part of the Bunny Ball program that Mr. Steele has developed and has been in place in the district for quite some time, that he brought to Eisenhower as well. For our intermediate schools, MLK highlighted some of their visual aids throughout their building. Arbor did as well. Our middle schools, this is Kanakamak, they have an organization that comes there for their Hoops for Heart event that puts on quite a show for the kids to promote physical activity and to raise awareness of heart disease. Quibbletown, this is some of their field day activities. We have our middle school assistant principal, Ms. Artis, there participating, and looks like she's winning at that basketball game right there. And this is Shore. Shore hosts reset days for students once a marking period where they go outside and they kind of get to be a more like a younger kid again with like a field day type of event. It's a lot of fun there at Shore when they do that. And our high school, we have just many of the sports that we have are phenomenal athletes that we have throughout PHS. We see them not only here, I actually see them on my own. My daughter's an athlete, so whenever we go up against PHS, we're always very worried. So our athletes are phenomenal here. And then in the middle, there was a field day event where there was a tug of war. Is there anything else you wanted to add, Tommy, to Piscataway High School?
I will say the top one, I believe, is the Mission Life basketball game with FBLA that hosts. So that's also one of our really big events. It's students versus teachers. And this year, actually, the teachers won. So I know Dr. Chetta was really proud about that. So yeah, it was really exciting and very, very lively.
Excellent, thank you. And that's that. Thank you, Tommy.
Very well.
So if I can make a
Very
comment,
well
if I can make a comment and ask you your thoughts on it, is that a big part of our district wellness is nutrition. And I'm not sure how many districts do this, but our district this year started the free breakfast to all students. And I think that's something that's part of our culture. And I have to give kudos to our business office who found a way to work with Maggio's. So this is a free breakfast for all students, and it is part of our district wellness, and that's a good thing.
We have so much positive feedback for that
Yes,
as well, for
yeah.
all of the buildings. Excellent. Thank you.
Thanks, Laura.
Thank you, Laura. Next on the agenda, we're going to have Personnel and Labor Relations, Ms. Nancy Salgado Cowan.
Cowan.
Thank you, everybody. Be it resolved that the following motions identified as items A through F be approved as presented.
Just to edit, it's A through E.
Oh,
Yep.
sorry,
Yep.
A through E.
Second. Mr. Secretary, can you take the roll?
Dr. Connors?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Dr. Nelson?
Yes.
Mr. Patel?
Yes.
Ms. Rivers?
Yes.
Ms. Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Stafford?
Yes.
Mrs. Salgado Cowan?
Yes.
Ms. Cherry?
Abstain from B1, yes to the rest. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I read it's the same thing.
You abstain
Yes.
from B1?
Yes. Committee reports, Dr. Connors, Fiscal and Planning and Operations.
The Fiscal Plannings and Operations Committee met on Wednesday, May 7th, yesterday, I believe, to discuss the 2025-2026 budget, capital projects, and more. On the 2025-2026 budget, it was submitted for final approval by the county office, and the user-friendly budget, the budget book, and the tentative budget presentation have been posted on the district website. Systems 3000 is open for 2025-2026 purchase order entries. It's a good thing to get started before the July 1st. It gets a lot of our purchase orders in on time. So 2024-2025 budget, Mr. Oliveira informed the committee that expenses are up significantly in several categories. Health benefits, substitutes, paraprofessionals, and bus aides. ESCNJ contracted bus routes, that's our shared service with our, I'm not sure what that stands for. Educational Service of New Jersey, yeah. And the implementation of the Science of Reading was a significant expenditure. Surplus will be lower than in previous years, and the amount of a capital reserve contribution is uncertain at this time. On facility capital projects, the Piscataway High School woodshop dust collection, the electrical panel upgrade was completed last week. The job should be wrapped up by the end of the month. Piscataway High School interior alterations, demolition work started during spring break. The contractor sealed off the work areas and has been working around the school schedule. Acoustical upgrades, acoustical panel material for the admin building and Piscataway High School has been ordered and due this summer. Bleach demolition will be again the last week of the school. This is our 11-12 or our Susan B. Anthony area where the bleachers are going to be done and some paneling take time. Piscataway High School intercom and the PA clock system. We're finally getting around to putting the whole Piscataway High School complex on one intercom PA clock system. And a purchase order was issued for the work. The district is setting up a planning meeting to discuss the scheduling. Solar panel decommissioning, 4 bids were received. The resolution awarding the contract will be added to the May board meeting agenda. That's tonight. Fellowship Farms preschool alterations, which are here. We were able to secure some money from the state, and we are going to be doing some expansion on our preschool classrooms, and that's going to happen here. The architect is working on plans and bid specifications for a fall 2025 bid date. Mr. Oliveira noted that the difficulty some districts are having in receiving reimbursements for federally funded American Rescue Plan extension projects and discussed possible implications for preschool expansion. So that's federal money that is being discussed about how we're actually going to get that. Painting services, Promethean board installations, contractual paperwork and purchase orders are being finalized with the painting contractor and Promethean board installation contractor. A planning meeting is being set up to discuss scheduling and coordination. But I just want to make a comment about facility capital projects, and I want to thank the business office and the long-term planning that Piscataway Township Board of Education has 0 debt. We do not have any bond debt service in the property tax. We have been using surplus at the end of our fiscal year and transferring that to our capital project reserves and paying as we go. So we do not have any debt. May board agenda, contract renewals. Mr. Oliveira reviewed the contract renewals included on the agenda, including Layla Transportation, Mashio's Food Service, ESS, that's our contractor that we get the paraprofessionals from, and others. Professional service appointments, Mr. Oliveira noted the reapportment of our professional services providers and the RFP, a request for conducted for special service professional service providers. New Jersey School Business Legislative Updates. Dr. Connors, that's me, and we discussed the school funding formula and the impact on tax levies throughout the state. I just so happen to be one of the executive officers of the New Jersey School Boards Association, and I have gotten there by learning about the school funding formula. This year, I'm really going to be on a mission within our own town to educate other publicly elected officials about the implications of state school funding. Because at this particular juncture, there are a lot of school districts throughout the state who are not receiving aid, and it is having an effect on their revenue. And it's hard to predict whether or not you're going to get aid or not get aid. And anyway, we need to have a very robust discussion about that. So next year we will not find ourselves not knowing how much school funding we're receiving, et cetera. So Mr. Oliveira we're very fortunate because I can come to these meetings hearing firsthand the legislative committee of the New Jersey School Boards, the school finance committee of the school boards, New Jersey School Boards, and our business administrator happens to be the legislative committee chair of the New Jersey Association of School Business Officials, so he can bring that perspective. And I can tell everybody right now, we are doing what we need to do based on things like the incredible health benefit increases on those healthcare costs, and we're not the only ones in this position. And if you watch some of the recorded meetings of school boards from around the state, they're very contentious. And the thing is that we're holding our ground. The last couple of years, we've only had an average of about a 3% increase, because last year we had a 1%, this year we had a 5.5. There were a lot of contributions that are out of our to our revenue that there are a lot of things that are out of our control, but we are doing what we can through our state organizations to help with those things. David also talked about purchasing regulations related to co-ops, restrictions on the use of co-ops for public work projects, and the additional workload for member districts. And the last thing, and I have to say that I've been doing this now for 16 years. We are a very proactive Board of Education when it comes to being a board of committees, and we think out of the box. And one of the things that we're thinking out of the box and why we can pay for these capital projects as we go is our business administrator a couple years ago realized through the New Jersey Association of Rebate NJ ARM is that we can have an investment account. We take 20% of certain accounts and invest it. Within the last couple of years, we've invested somewhere around, $10, $11 million of that would just be sitting there. We've made 5.5%. We've made over $1 million on this investment account that we can put towards capital projects. And David we have a policy for it, et cetera. The last thing is that this is something that I think is great that we do, is that the business office actually has a summer intern. And Mr. Oliver informed the committee that the business office will once again be employing a Piscataway High School student. He may be smiling no, it's not him. He did it last year, right?
No, Stephen's just been our video person.
Oh, been our video person. But anyway, we're trying to use our high school students to get experience with what's going on in the Board of Education. As an intern for the summer.
I just wanted also to comment on your report, Dr. Connors, that besides being debt-free, which is like super important for fiscal responsibility and having these accounts, that also when we are looking at bigger projects such as expanding the preschool, we are using federal money and not having to go out to our people here in the district to make that expansion. And we were able to get grants because we were able to do that paperwork. So that's a real testament to our business office and Mr. Oliveira in making sure that we are coordinating these funds in the most efficient way to get the most done.
But it's not only the federal money. In the time that I've been here, the state would, through the School Development Authority, in terms of regional operating district grants, they would make monies available. And we have used them time and time again, where it's a 40-60 proposition, where we have to pay 60%, but they will give us 40. And that is how we have expanded our communication systems, our safety systems, the cameras around all the schools, a lot of different types of programs that we have been using state available money and keeping it down for the taxpayers. And so there's not only federal money, there's a lot of state money that we've been taking advantage of. So anyway, that's my report, Madam.
We have to also remember that the state is footing the bill for our preschool program for all of our students to attend it for free. It's not as if the district is covering the cost of it. It's all coming from the state, which the community needs to realize and understand. The state allots us so many slots a year, and we're over 500 already. We will be expanding based upon the expansion of this building. But what everyone needs to realize, you have to cap off at a certain point because you can only do what the state allows you in terms of numbers. So I'm happy that we're able to give over 500 students a pre-K program for free that they have to go into a lottery for. And I have to say, you take your chances, you put your name in, and hopefully, if you're successful, you're successful. If not, you come back the next year and you try again. But there's not too many townships that are in our position to offer that many students a free pre-K program
And I just
at
want
no
to
cost to them.
expand on that is the fact that the governor has now put that money into his budget.
Correct.
And what happens is that where a township is limited, or a particular, school district in it that's coterminous with the township, is that it's facilities. You get as much money as many kids you can put in facilities. It's called preschool aid. And what ends up happening is that we have been doing very proactive things with for example, with the Diocese of Metuchen. What happens, we only had this a facility for preschool kids, but the Diocese of Metuchen, couple of the schools in town closed down, like Our Lady of Fatima and Cabrini. But we do a win-win situation where that facility doesn't get vacant. We do an agreement, so now we've expanded the number of kids that we can get into that program and the money that we can't get. And then the last thing is we actually did a facility off of Centennial Avenue. So what I'm trying to say is that you're absolutely right. I mean, I've been here for 36 years. My children now are grown up and live in other towns. For example, I'll give you Cranford. Cranford has a lottery to get into kindergarten. They don't even have preschool. And so there are towns where they're not offering that. So Piscataway offers preschool because we've been proactive in finding facilities to put the kids in and taking advantage of the preschool aid that is in the governor's budget. And everybody benefits.
Thank you for your fiscal report. Policy and Legislative, Ms. Smith.
Good evening. The Policy and Legislative Committee met on Tuesday, May 1st, 2025, to discuss policies on student residency and academic integrity and state statute regarding employment listings. The committee discussed updates to Policy 5111, eligibility of resident and non-resident students. Mr. Rubin alerted the committee to changes in the law now requiring payment of tuition for all non-resident students, with the exception of certificated staff. Some committee members requested that a definition of parent be included in the policy, explaining that the term extends to legal guardians and others. Mr. Rubin will prepare a revised version for consideration by the board on first reading, incorporating as much as legally possible the exceptions for staff, future residents, and previous residents. The committee considered an update to Policy 5701, academic integrity, expanding the earlier version of the policy beyond plagiarism to include other forms of academic dishonesty. The committee deleted a reference to misuse of artificial intelligence from the draft policy until the committee has the opportunity to develop an artificial intelligence policy after considering the implications of this developing technology. Mr. Rubin informed the committee of a state statute taking effect in June promoting more transparency in employment listings. The new law will require wider circulation of job listings and inclusion of salary and benefits information. And that concludes our report.
Thank you, Ms. Smith. Next on the agenda, we have approval of minutes. Ms. Rivers. Be it resolved that the following minutes be approved as submitted. Business meeting April 10th, 2025. Executive session April 10th, 2025.
Second.
All in have a motion?
Motion.
Second? Okay. Business meeting April 24th, 2025, and executive session April 24th, 2025. Have a motion?
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, that is approved. Public comments from the floor. The Board of Education recognizes the value of public comment on the educational issues and school matters of the community interest. In support of this position, a law establishes a period of public comment at every board meeting. Individuals wishing to speak must state their name and address. Comments are limited to 3 minutes duration, but an individual may speak a second time after all others who wish to speak on the topic have been heard. The board may require that individuals register to speak prior to the beginning of the meeting. Participants may submit written material in support of their position. All statements and/or questions shall be directed to the presiding officer, and no participant may address or question board members individually. All speakers are requested to express themselves in a civil manner with due respect for dignity and privacy of others whose legal rights may be affected. Please note, while this is not the board's intention to stifle comments on the matter of legitimate concern to the school community, the public should be aware that if the statements violate the rights of others under the law governing defamation and/or invasion of privacy, they may face personal liability to the injured party. If speakers are uncertain of their legal ramifications of their comments, the board urges them to seek guidance beforehand from their own legal advisor. Anyone wishing to speak, please come forward, state your name, and this the town you live in.
Mirna Ruiz, Piscataway Township. I'm a mother of a child in the AT program. I have worked in the district in the AT program. One day happened last year, okay, we usually drop off our kids in the morning, me and my husband. Fortunately, half an hour later, I received a phone call from the nurse saying my daughter had Play-Doh in her ear.
What on her ear?
Play-Doh.
Play-Doh.
Oh, Play-Doh. Okay, sorry.
Play-Doh. And I said, how did it happen? My daughter is in ADA class. And I went and get her. I panicked. I was like, how did it happen? I ended up taking her to urgent care. It happened the week of Thanksgiving week, that first Monday. I took her to urgent care, pediatrician that the same day, and I went to the ER that Monday. I went to the ER around 2 p.m. I didn't have time to get up to pick up my son. Fortunately, I had to call somebody to pick up my son. Next day, I had to make an appointment to the ENT doctor. And ENT doctor couldn't do anything. So, she said, we need to put your daughter under anesthesia to get the Play-Doh out. This was something that happened without somebody's supervision. Somebody did not watch my daughter at all. Somebody must have done it. Okay? When the doctor did the procedure, everything was fine. Good thing she's hearing properly. She went for testing and stuff, so she's hearing properly. But now my daughter is scared of going to doctor's appointment. Due to that, so many doctors after the other, and end up in surgery. That Thanksgiving week was rough for me. For my husband and for the rest of my family. My daughter is traumatized now. She doesn't want to come to school at all. In the morning, we always drop off our kids to school. They both go together at the same school. But my daughter does not want to go. As soon as I say, let's get up, let's eat breakfast to go to school, unfortunately, my daughter does not want to go to school. She says, no school, no school, no school. I don't know what else is happening in classroom. taking my daughter out. They said, oh, she's gonna have somebody come in to home to give lessons to your daughter. I'm like, why? You guys did not even send me a letter or setting up a meeting, anything like that. I did not get anything of that.
When did that happen, I'm sorry?
That was when she started preschool, the year 22 to 23.
Okay, so that's prior.
Yes, but the Plato incident happened this November of last year. Okay? I know we have the right to advocate our kids. Unfortunately, my daughter will not be able to tell me what really is happening in this class. And I already saw it with my own eyes because I have worked in this district. And I hope any one of you can help me in a way of changing the administrative district, because they're not telling you guys what is really happening in these classrooms. And I hope you guys take your time and talk about it, because I don't know what to do to bring my daughter to school no more. She does not want to go to school, and she cannot tell me what's really happening in her classroom. These kids cannot speak for themselves. Okay? They're good teachers and bad teachers. It's like we have good hearts, some others we don't have good hearts. It's like good days, we have rough days. I hope you all
It's not us, though. I don't know what happened.
Please continue.
okay, sorry.
No, it's not you.
So I appreciate what you guys are doing for the rest, but I also need your help to help me in the ABA class. These kids need help. And I witnesses with my own eyes what is happening in these classrooms. And I cannot say nothing because I know I can get in trouble. I cannot say names either. But my daughter is a sweet girl. She's not severe autistic girl. And everybody recognizes her since preschool. She will not harm no kid. And I hope you all talk about it and do something about it. Please do. And try to change the administrative office, girls. District. They're not doing their job. I'm sorry to say it. With me, they're not doing it.
Yeah.
But for others, they might. But not for ADA.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Hello, my name's Ed Sofield, I'm from Perth Amboy. I'm here for the Middlesex County Union Building Trades. Right now, we got a situation here where we're gonna remove 1,450 solar panels from the high school in Piscataway, and we have a contractor, Echo Electric, doing the work right now. They're union, and they're good, and they're doing a great job. And it's a very unsafe situation if you don't have the right people. Unfortunately, in the bidding process, we have competition from two low-bid, non-union contractors who want to bid. Now, this is Piscataway, we've been here for over 120 years, and the unions do all the work here. We do all your schools, we built a community center, that's the YMCA, it's the biggest in the state of New Jersey. There's a plaque on here for the union building trades, because we love Piscataway, we love the mayor here and council, we work with them. But right now, we got a problem because there was no project labor agreement put on this job. If it was a project labor agreement, anybody took the low bid, could hire, take the bid and hire out of the union hall. Right now, it's a possibility that if you give this low bid to a non-union contractor, you're gonna get shortcuts, safety problems, and you're gonna cheat the workers because they hire off the street and let them go off the street. So we have two contractors that bid at union. Today on Route 1 in North Brunswick at the Toyota dealer in Route 1, it's on the news tonight, a young girl working for a non-union electrical contractor on a solar project on Route 1 in North Brunswick was burnt to a crisp and sent to, and she's right now at St. Barnabas Hospital in North Jersey. They have no training, they have no safety equipment, no support staff for the people. Now, the state of New Jersey and the federal government, as you talked about with the funding, has a prevailing wage rate. That's because they want the best possible workers, the best trained people to do the best work for your kids. You can't have your kids in a substandard school or substandard work. And now, with the unions, I'll talk about the electricians. I'm an electrician 50 years. I'm also a member of the DCA, the Community Affairs and Training. I'm on the books, I'm on the computer. I'm also on the Contractors Association of Electricians in Newark and Sofield. And I can tell you that the electricians in Middlesex County have a boot camp where we train all our apprentices on OSHA 30 hours. They have first aid, they have CPR. We put them in a 5-year apprenticeship program. They go to school 3 hours a night, not 1 hour a night like college. And these people that are non-union work for a contractor, but they have those certifications or skills. These people get hired off the street and put there, okay? And then they're off the job. Now I want to tell you about these panels. The big job here is 100,045 panels to be removed from Piscataway High School. And these panels always have 20 to 60 volts. From the minute you take them out of the cardboard box, they got 20 to 60 volts in them. From the minute you disconnect them from the source up there, they got 20 to 60 volts. And there's no switch to shut them off. And then the people have to handle them and throw them in a dumpster. You need skilled, trained people. And these type of panels that we're going to remove are all hot at all times, and there's no switch to turn them off. The state of New Jersey says that anything over 10 volts, you have to have a licensed electrician on it. 10 volts, not labor, but a licensed electrician. So you have to have skilled people. Now, everybody here in Piscataway can't be a teacher, a fireman, a nurse, computer operator, or be on the honor roll. Some of these people have to come into trades with us. They have to come into trades, and let me tell you something. Our guys, and I'm going to name them here, the electricians, the linemen, the ironworkers, the plumbers, the pipers, the glazers, the glass people, the carpenters, the laborers, the dock builders. I had dock builders at a rally Saturday morning, 200 of them from Local 54, which is Newark, New Jersey, and they had 50 women of all different trades and minorities getting $100 an hour. That's the package. $50 and another $50 for benefit. And I'm going to talk about the rest of the trades. The spackle and tapers, masons, painters, tile workers, carpenter, rug people, HVAC, data technicians, elevator, unions. I saw 50 women Saturday morning. 50 women I saw getting $100 an hour, okay? In the dock builders, Local 54. Okay. So what is my answer here? The answer is you didn't put a POA in this. So the non-union contractor could take this situation and get it. And we got thousands of people working in your community in Middlesex County that pay taxes to live here. They don't go away, they stay here. We need help from you guys. We need to keep this union contractor that's on board right now, Echo Electric. We need to keep him on board, and we need to get a union contractor in there. And the name of the contractor is Echo Electric. Okay. Echo Electric, Todd Lockwood is the owner of that company. Okay. I mean, Piscataway, you got union teachers, union police, union city workers. Don't throw us out of here. This is our home. Please, I'm begging you for our people, our thousands of people that you guys are gonna have the opportunities, and I guarantee if you go to the mayor and council, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
If you go to the mayor and council, and you come to
Okay.
us,
I'm only one of 9
we're
here.
gonna, we want opportunities for your kids.
Of
You're
course.
gonna get them with the union, I promise you.
Okay.
I promise you, if you go to the mayor,
Okay,
What?
I believe you.
but we need that union contractor for the, because the danger is just crazy with these, solar panels. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else wishing to speak? Please state your name and your town. You okay? You need some water?
I'm good.
You sure?
We have water.
You dragged me out here to talk to you guys.
Yeah, Nancy, get some water.
I
Get
can't
that.
Good thing I did. Right, Tom, you hear what I said?
Oh, he heard you. He
I
can
heard,
process it all.
I heard you.
Thank you, sir.
And we're gonna hear Tom when we go back there.
Thank you, Bill.
Okay, anyone else wishing to speak from in public comments? If not, can I have a motion to close public comments?
Motion.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Public comments is closed. Fiscal planning and operations, Dr. Connors.
Be it resolved that the following motions identified as items A through BT be approved as presented.
Second.
And I just want to make a comment.
Go for it.
The May meetings, there are a lot of items.
Yeah.
And so, I just wanted to say that, there are a lot of items. And,
She doesn't know what to say.
Miss, can I say one more thing? Because you said I could say 3 more minutes, but we have.
Oh.
Public comments closed, I'm sorry, once I did the,
1 minute.
officially, I can't allow you to because we've closed that
Okay,
sector of the
sir.
agenda.
But the prevailing wage thing, the state and federal gives you that money so you get the best people. They want you to get the best people for your kids, that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you.
See how that worked?
Thank you, thank you.
Got it done. Mr. Secretary, can you take, did
Ms. Stafford, I'm about to call the roll
Oh,
on.
me?
No,
No.
I'm about to call the roll on finance, so when I call your name, that's where.
So you're not
that's
taking
where
off
we
that?
are.
Wait a minute, we're on page 25.
Thank you.
Okay.
Wow, that was a big jump.
Can you please take the roll?
Ms. Rivers has a question.
Oh,
Yeah,
go for it.
about, is what, excuse me, what's his name? Echo, Mr.
He was
Ed Sofield.
Mr. Sofield, is this part of his, the package here today?
There is a resolution to award a contract for the removal of solar panels on the agenda.
Yeah, and what item number is it?
It is
4. I thought it was in the beginning.
It's in the beginning.
I.
It's on page
I,
6.
Page
It's on
6.
6.
yeah.
Yeah.
Page 6?
Mm-hmm.
Lord have mercy. The numbers from Echo Electric are not even here.
Yeah, I'm just wondering.
Correct. Echo Electric was not a bidder on this project.
Okay.
At all.
Oh,
Oh.
so does that mean they're already doing the job, but now we have new bidders?
No, there is no existing job here.
At all. This is.
And the
our
Board of
first
Ed, this is the first solar panel removal job we've ever had, certainly in the 10 years I've been here.
Okay.
So, and Echo Electric, I've never heard of that contractor. They, to my recollection, did not attend the walkthrough and did not bid on the job.
Okay. Are these union contractors?
I don't
Do you
know. The requirements in the bid are that the contractors pay prevailing wage. That's a state New Jersey requirement. That's part of the bid packages that we put out.
And they don't have to be union?
State doesn't
No.
require that.
Okay.
It's not our.
I'm just asking.
Sure.
Doesn't require that.
No problem.
Did you say there's not a
Excuse me,
union
sir,
contractor in the bid?
Hmm?
Did you say there's not a union contractor in the bid? We have 2 people that bid it.
No, that's not what I said,
That's
sir,
not what he
but
said.
it's,
Oh, I'm sorry.
public comment's over.
Oh,
I just didn't hear you say.
okay.
Thank you.
I think
Yeah.
we're on.
It's at the discretion of the bidders, as long as they meet the requirements,
Did the state
the
outline?
classification requirements, prevailing wage requirements that the state of New Jersey has laid out, then it's up to them, the labor that they use, as long as they're meeting all those requirements when they bid on the job.
Okay, so we're on taking the roll now?
We're taking a
Yes.
vote.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Yeah,
Not sure
big
what
boo-boo.
happened here. This is from
It's computer system.
Yeah?
Did a malfunction.
I told you, I'm on my own, I'm struggling. Okay. Mr. King, yes. Ms. Rivers?
Yes.
Mrs. Salgado Cowan?
Yes.
Ms. Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Stafford?
Yes.
Dr. Nelson?
Yes.
Mr. Patel?
Yes.
Dr. Connors?
Yes.
Ms. Cherry?
Yes.
Motion's carry.
Policy, Ms. Smith?
Be it resolved that the following motion, identified as item A, be approved as presented.
Second. Can you take the roll, please?
Dr. Nelson?
Yes.
Mr. Patel?
Yes.
Ms. Rivers?
Yes.
Ms. Smith?
He's at the top taking the roll.
Ms. Stafford?
Yes.
Dr. Connors?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Mrs. Salgado Cowan?
Yes.
Ms. Cherry?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Mr. Patel, curriculum?
Be it resolved that the following motions identified as items A through R be approved as presented.
Second.
Mr. Secretary, take the roll.
Mr. Patel?
Yes.
Ms. Rivers?
Yes.
Ms. Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Stafford?
Yes.
Dr. Connors?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Dr. Nelson?
Yes.
Mrs. Salgado Cowan?
Yes.
Ms. Cherry?
Yes.
Motion's carry.
Pupil Services, Ms. Nelson?
Be it resolved that the following motion, identified as items A through G, be approved as presented.
Motion.
Second. Mr. Secretary, can you take the roll?
Ms. Rivers?
Yes.
Ms. Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Stafford?
Yes.
Dr. Connors?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Dr. Nelson?
Yes.
Mr. Patel?
Yes.
Mrs. Salgado Cowan?
Yes.
Ms. Cherry?
Yes.
Motion's carried.
Administrative and Auxiliary, Ms. Stafford? Page
Be
36.
it, sorry. Be it resolved that the following motion identified as A through I be approved as presented.
Motion.
Second. Mr. Secretary, can you take the roll?
Ms. Smith?
Yes.
Ms. Stafford?
Yes.
Dr. Connors?
Yes.
Mr. King?
Yes.
Dr. Nelson?
Yes.
Mr. Patel?
Yes.
Ms. Rivers?
Yes.
Mrs. Salgado Cowan?
Yes.
Ms. Cherry?
Yes.
Motion's carried.
Old business, anybody with any old business?
I have old business.
Go for it.
Update to, the, superintendent search. From New Jersey School Boards. We have 36 applicants for our superintendent job here in Piscataway, which is, I'm told, a very good number, healthy number. We will be, meeting, the non-conflicted, board members will be meeting with New Jersey School Boards, to receive those, resumes and applications on May the 13th, here in the boardroom. And, we look forward to our dates of interviewing, which will be in June.
Thank you for that update.
That
The community-
meeting is, executive session only because it's
Executive session
personnel
only.
related. We don't need the public showing up for that.
Yes, absolutely, sorry. Yes. And in terms of, also on superintendent, review, the, review for our outgoing, superintendent was completed today, so that we'll be up to date for our QSAC going forward.
Very nice. Good work.
Thank you guys for doing the search, all the work that you're putting into it and going to put into it, for completing the superintendent's paperwork, exit, and for QSAC purposes. Most importantly, I'm gonna cheer you guys on. I'm gonna need you to take your vitamins, get your vitamin D, have you a Pepsi or a cup of coffee. But it's about to get serious
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
Madam Chair, yeah,
I'm over here, go ahead, go for it.
I had a couple of items on old business. The first is that, I am still pursuing, the Master Board certification, beyond the board certification. We had 2 years and to get, credits. We've already achieved, actually 4.5, because the superintendent search is gonna give us 3, and we had 1 session. So that means that, within the next, I'm gonna try and do it this summer, or possibly in the fall, schedule another session where we will learn about a couple of topics, that we picked, which would be, the goal setting and some of the, anyway, the thing is that we're gonna keep going with it so that we can keep learning about governance. National research shows that a better local governance results in greater student achievement. It's just a fact. The second thing is that in the spirit of our town having every year a Memorial Day parade, okay, what we have done every year the past about 6 years is that we have participated in the township's Memorial Day parade as the Piscataway Township Board of Education. I will be getting information out to people. It's a fun thing to do. We use this banner. We have students that hold the banner. We pencils. We have our shirts. We'll have hats. And I will be coordinating that with Vice President Nancy Salgado Cowan. And so please reserve that time. I'll be sending out, if you can attend. Anyway, so you'll be hearing from me on that. And those are my 2 items for old business.
Thank you, sir. Anyone with new business?
I just had 1 item for new business. I just wanted to, because I picked this up today and I thought it was very interesting. I want to share this with people. And that is that it's published May 5th, and it's a statement from Governor Murphy on the Trump's administration cancellation of school-based mental health grant. He had to put this out here because he put out a statement that he was extremely disappointed that the United States Department of Education has arbitrarily canceled nearly $1 billion in nation's school-based mental health funding that was approved through the bipartisan Safer Communities Act following one of our nation's most horrific school shootings in Texas. And what he's saying is that the New Jersey Department of Education was in year 3 of implementing a 5-year, $15 million effort to expand access to mental health professionals in our schools, and now it will have to end 2 years early. And I just want to make sure that people are aware of this, but he's working with our New Jersey Department of Education to see what we can do about continuing that. And I just thought it was important that this is one of the effects of what's going on. So we have to keep track of these things because our state will be getting short 2 years and some money based on this initiative.
I would just like to give a special thank you to Councilwoman Laura Leibowitz and Councilwoman Sarah Rashid. At the township meeting on Tuesday evening, they both addressed the importance of respect and communication between the township officials and the school board members that all sit here, calling for unity and constructive dialogue, and rather than finger pointing, come work together for the better of the community. So I applaud the 2 of them for making a stance and making a motion, and they will have further discussions on it, but I just would like to acknowledge it to the public right now, how much all school board members appreciate this, and it's well overdue. It is time. So it's time for us to unite as a town, work together for the better of the township itself. Now, executive session. Be it resolved that the board reconvenes to executive session for the purpose of conducting reviews and personnel information and HIB reports pursuant to New Jersey NJSA 10:4-12B. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Can I have a second?
Second.
We are in executive session.
No further action will be taken.
No further action will be taken this evening. Thank you for coming out, but we still have work to do.
Our folders were mixed up today.
Keep down as best I can, but I think she probably signed in. Yeah.
This one
I'll
is
get it. She's
mine.
still here?
Yeah, she's still here. We want to get your
And this is
information.
yours, Ms. Smith. Do you always keep this in your folder?
Yes.